Hi, this is Tutor Nick B, and this is lesson 245. The title of today's lesson is What is the Difference Between Hobby and Pastime? Yeah, these two are close, and it's not so much exactly what you're doing, but sometimes it's how you feel about it and what you put into it that might make the difference between what somebody would think of as their hobby and what somebody might think as their pastime. Although there are certain things that's more likely to go in one category than another category. Let's take a look at the note. A hobby is something you enjoy doing in your spare time, your free time. One tends to have a lot more enthusiasm about a hobby and will consistently dedicate a lot of time to it and be more willing to spend money on it. So in comparison to a pastime, this is true. You definitely are a lot more excited about it. You tend to do it more often. You tend to do it more consistently. And, sometimes the money will come out of your pocket quicker for your hobby than just a pastime. All right, let's continue. A pastime is also something you do in your free time. That is pleasant, but is more like something you do to pass the time. You simply make the time go by, or a diversion from boredom, something that distracts you from the boredom, takes you away from the boredom. But you may not have as much enthusiasm for it. Maybe just something you do with your family to pass the time is more like a pastime. Um, so let's continue. Um, all right, these are things that's a little more likely to fall in the hobby category. So, a hobby could be something creative, like making something, such as handicrafts, painting, cooking, etc. Yeah, this uh, you will probably put more time into because it takes more time to learn how to do these things. And as you get better, you will probably have more of a sense of accomplishment. So this is more in the hobby category. You're more likely to call this a hobby, especially if you keep it up, especially if you continue to do it often and you get better at it. You are more likely to be proud of it if you accomplish something in this activity. Yeah, something like a pastime is, watching TV, reading, not necessarily proud of it, just something everybody does to pass the time, to let the time go by. Okay, let's continue. A hobby could also be a collection. Many people tend to put a lot of time hunting down items to add to it. And as it grows, you may even feel pride. Yeah, a lot of people get into a lot of different collections. Really doesn't matter what type of collection, whether it's a comic book collection, a baseball card collection, a Barbie doll collection, a stamp collection, coin collection, but usually you consistently go out and look for more things to add to it or keep your eye open searching for it. Maybe it's the hunt that helps it along too. But anyway, you're more excited about it. You're more willing to spend money on it so that you make your collection more perfect. Yeah, so this is again much more. You're more likely to call this a hobby. A lot of people are into different collection hobbies. Okay. Um, Continue. A hobby is more likely to possibly turn into a profession. Could be a number of things. Maybe you play a musical instrument. Maybe if you really get good enough, maybe you'll consider to possibly try to be a real musician one day. Something like that. So because you have more enthusiasm, you may direct your life more in that direction. Um, okay. Pastime is probably something you don't do consistently. Not something that you're excited about or thinking about, oh, I got to do that. Just like comes up, you do it. But if it's a profession, yeah, you don't do consistently, but you are willing to do it if the opportunity is available. Yeah, maybe something you do with your family, maybe, I don't know, playing cards, or if you played a video game together or something like that. Now, video games is a different one. You could have some kids that play video games all the time. It could be like a hobby. And then maybe it could lead to maybe they want to eventually design video games or go into video game competitions. Then it becomes more like a hobby. You can say that about something like chess, too. If you just played chess with a family member once in a while, I'd call that a pastime. But if you are somebody that really gets into chess, where you start joining a lot of competitions and playing people you don't know, then this is not a pastime anymore. This is turning into a hobby. Okay, all right, so that you don't do consistently, but you're willing to do it if the opportunity is available. To spend time in a pleasant way, such as reading, yeah, just like reading a book. If you do it once in a while, then I'd call that a pastime. I don't know though. There could be somebody that's like an avid reader that reads. Oh, I don't know, maybe 6, 7, 8 books a month. Then it could be going into a hobby category. Watching TV, yeah, we'd probably call this a pastime. Listening to music, yeah, this is probably more a pastime. Although, if you start turning it into a collection, like a record collection, and you put more time and energy into it, then it could be turning into a hobby. But if you just listen to some songs you like to hear once in a while, that's a pastime. Playing a board game, yeah, like playing something like Monopoly or chess. Technically, was also a board game. Or any game like that where you roll dice and you have pieces go around the board. That you probably don't play all the time, but every now and then you might pull the game out of a closet or out of a drawer and say, "Hey, let's play this game." That's more like a pastime, a board game, etc. So basically, that's it. So it's not always so much what it is, but again, hobby definitely more enthusiasm, more time consistently spent on it, more willing to spend money on it, more having more of a sense of accomplishment or pride. It's more likely to be a hobby. Just something you do that's there, like, yeah, this sounds interesting. I got nothing else to do. This is pretty good. This is more like a pastime. Okay. Anyway, I hope you got it. I hope it's clear. Thank you for your time.